Hello, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today is what's today? 16th of January 2022. Right, my weight went up a little bit compared to last week. Last week I was 155.0. This morning I was 156.5, so I put a little bit of weight on. And the reason is clearly not because, well, the reason is I was eating for about 3 or 4 days. Well, normal, I wouldn't say normal. I didn't do diet, so for 3 4 days. I've even been in a restaurant and an all-you-can-eat restaurant, basically not really a proper restaurant, and I had even ice cream. This was only 2 days ago. So on yesterday also normal meals, whatever normal is, but it's not diet meals what I was eating. So meals which are a lot higher in calories and stuff like this. So I knew exactly I would put weight on. I knew that. When you break the chain basically where you're in, I know it because it's not my first time I've done a diet. I lost 60 kilos before at one point a few years ago. And now I'm looking at my camera. I've got CCTV cameras up there. Someone at the door, and I think it's my Amazon order. Ka-ching, it's in. It's in. So I know what it is. I ordered some cable, something what I connect to the TV, then my phone, and blah blah blah, and microphone. I tried microphone on here. I had a few plugs to plug in here and connect the microphone, and it didn't work very well at all. And I have a few different microphones with clip-ons and all this kind of stuff here. This one, if I plug this in here, and it makes like cracking noise. This is because this is the iPod 13. What I use here has this mini USB. It's not the same as this one. This one is, of course, for the iPhone and everything. Anyway, yeah, I lost a little bit of weight, but this is the way. Nothing to do with my weight loss. What I'm talking about here. But I noticed the sound is not the greatest, so I need to do something. I will get something, or I use my phone maybe to record, because I noticed on the phone it's a little bit louder. It's the quality of the sound when I record. I noticed, I compared the other day, is a little bit better, not much better. So I need basically, even I'm only 10, 20, 30, 35 centimeters maybe away from the iPod, and I speak quite normal-ish. Even my voice is not really raised, so I know when I watch it back, I think, oh man, this is not loud enough. So everybody needs to turn up the volume, and I do this when I watch it back on my computer or so, and then I can see every other video what I watch is roughly the same volume sound when you put it on, and when I go to then you need to straight away put the sound a little bit, turn it up to have the same level of whatever sound. Anyway, this is how it is. So yeah, I'm back on track. Hopefully next week there's an update. So I hope so, because when I got a new telly, and this is after an hour or so not using. Or not not even an hour, 10 minutes or so, it want to shut down. Let it on, let it on. I haven't changed this yet. And yeah. My order is cancelled. Okay, my order is cancelled, whatever I ordered. Anyway, yeah, I try to get back now and eat more healthy. I never talked about really what I'm eating, really. I eat a lot of, I'm not vegan or vegetarian or whatever. I eat more in my diet now. I eat a little bit more protein than I normally would eat. I'll eat chicken mainly and fish as well. Chicken breasts, yeah, not any other chicken really, because it's, nothing on no. This is a pure plain chicken breast. Doesn't taste great really, but as you may know, chicken breasts are very low in fat. Yeah, this is what I'm eating quite a lot, and other stuff, salad, blah blah blah. Any healthy kind of stuff really I'm eating. And not you can basically eat whatever you want if you don't go over a certain calorie intake, then you lose weight. It's as simple as that. And when people saying, "Oh, when you go on a diet, you need to move, you need to go to the gym, otherwise you will not lose weight at one point." Yes and no. The key is basically whatever you take in, and make sure when you do the diet. I've done all my life. I said when I was 20, I'd done the first diet. I lost 20 kilos when I was 20 years old, or 21. I lost 20 kilos. I remember. Yeah, this was my first big achievement, and I was not as big as now. A lot less. Anyway, and I know a little bit about diets. Then I 2 years later, I put it back on. Then I was maybe the same weight or a little bit more for another year or two, and then I start losing weight again. But my weight, as they say, is always going more. So I was at one point, I think it was 110 kilos at the time, and I lost the first time or so. And then when I put weight back on, it is strange. If you put weight on, in my case, really quickly, until you reach the point where you used to be before, and then it goes always about 1, 2, 3 kilos more, or like half a stone or whatever in stone, and then it stopped. And then you can eat normal. Yeah. Then you can eat like you was eating before when you're not on a diet. Yeah. You eat rubbish basically, or in my case, I can only say. And then it takes then a lot longer until you put weight on, in my case. So when I reach a certain amount, then I was 125, and then maybe I put on a kilo or two in a year, yeah. And I was eating rubbish, yeah. Or a little bit more, like maybe 3-4 kilos a year. But when I was dieting and put the weight back on, I put on more weight in a week than I lost. So I put it on really quickly. So at least 1 or 2 kilos a week, no problem. It was more like 2 kilos a week, yeah, and sometimes even 3 kilos a week, yeah. And it was so quickly until you reached a certain amount where you was before, a little bit higher, and then all of a sudden you can see them. It stopped all of a sudden. Then you can eat what you was eating when you're not dieting, and the weight doesn't go on that quickly. And then, but it is then you put more weight on, then you reach, I think the next time when I lost weight was about 130 kilos. Then I lost weight again. I can't remember this time. I failed a few times. Sometimes I lost 10 kilos, sometimes I lost 15 kilos. I assume, I worked this out the other day, I lost well over 200 or 250 kilos, maybe even in my lifetime. Can you imagine this? This is not healthy at all. It is healthier if you stay big and you put more weight on, yes, slowly, maybe a few kilos a year, is healthier to be like this than losing weight and put it after 2-3 years back on and put more on. This is very unhealthy. So now I need to lose it a little bit slower, not too quickly, and don't take it too seriously. Don't take it too seriously. Just lose the weight, and if there is a party, Christmas party, whatever, birthday party or whatever it is, then don't be too strict, yeah. Don't be too strict with myself. I in the past I was very strict. You could eat what you want in the past. When I was on a diet, I was on a diet. There was nothing else for me. You could eat in front of me. I wouldn't touch anything else. It was breaking the chain. Now I'm getting used to it. Break the chain. The chain I mean with the rhythm what you're in. And then it takes me a few days to go back to where I was. And then you need to get it in your head again. But I'm working on it, so it helps me a little bit better than before. Before, when I had diets where I broke the chain. I was basically eating because of a party or whatever, and that's it. I couldn't stop anymore. Like an alcoholic. Like I have definitely 100% an eating disorder. 100%. Yeah, and I try to manage it now. And even now, sometimes, which was never in the past, when I eat something, I sometimes leave, when I think I'm full, I'm done, I leave food on my plate. In my past life, never ever I've done this. Even when I was a child or so, when I grow up, everybody was leaving stuff on his plate. I was always the one. I have 5 siblings still, so we are 6 kids, including me, at home, or was. One of my brothers died. Anyway, whenever they left something, I was the one who picked the stuff. Oh, you finished? Okay, I'll eat this. I'll finish this, and finished my plate. And any other leftovers, there was never really a lot of leftovers, really, because I was the bin, basically. I was eating anything leftover, plus my normal food. Yeah, and this was not good at all. So, and only in the last few years, only in the last year actually, I try to, when I'm thinking I'm full, stop. Stop, even if you have nice stuff on your plate, and your brain sometimes think, oh man, this is nice, you need to finish it. Before, in the past, I would finish it, even if you basically overeat. And now I try to stop when I'm thinking I'm finished. It doesn't matter if it's one little piece left, or maybe I empty the plate completely, or there's a little bit more left. So it doesn't matter. I don't finish the plate. A little bit of blame I do my parents, because of my mom, really, because she always said, you need to empty your plate. You need to empty your plate. And I did this. I emptied my plate and more. Yeah, which is not good at all. This is maybe one reason that I've become massively obese. Anyway, that's for today. I put weight on. I will go back. See what's happened next week. Next Sunday I will be back. I'll be back. This was not good, huh? Anyway, see you later. Please subscribe. Put the thumbs up. Leave a comment. You can see how you deal with a diet. I have a lot of people are saying, Diet Coke. Don't do Diet Coke. It's bad for you. Diet Coke makes you fat. It doesn't work, Diet Coke. Yes and no. I had one diet in my life where I was only drinking Diet Coke. I drink a lot of water and sometimes Diet Coke. Yeah, a lot of water, sparkling water. I can't deal with any other water really. Anyway, but it's rubbish. It's rubbish. It's bullshit. To be honest, it's if you drink Diet Coke, it's the calories what is in there, the chemicals what are in there are not very good for you. Put it this way. Anyway, see you next week. Hopefully, please subscribe, thumbs up, leave a comment. I would like to know what you're eating, what you eat, and things like this, or not eat. And see you next week. Hopefully, I'm slim next week. I'm like really skinny next week. See you later. Bye bye.